Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
What's up YouTube, and welcome back fellow athletes. Today we've got a fun one for you. We're going to teach you how to learn one of the coolest party tricks out there, the human flag. We're going to teach you all the steps and progressions that you need to master this movement, so let's get right into it. The human flag puts a lot of pressure through your arms and your shoulders, so having the correct form and good shoulder mobility will reduce the chance of injury significantly. When you're performing your human flag, there are three components in order to keep your body up off the ground. The first one is a push from your bottom arm to support your body weight. The second is a squeeze from your obliques to keep your legs up. And the third is a pull from your top hand to also help assist in keeping your legs up nice and high off the ground. Together, these three movements result in you being able to perform the human flag and hold and balance your body weight. The side plank squeezes your obliques, which are essentially side abs, to keep your hips above the ground. When you're doing this exercise, just make sure to pull your shoulders back to open up your chest and squeeze your butt together for the perfect form, and you're good to go. Try and go 3 sets from 30 seconds to a minute long, depending on how strong you're at and comfortable in the position, and you will start to see some results. Next up, we have lateral leg raises in a flag position. Now this progression will start to work towards that push, pull and squeeze that we talked about that you need to perform your human flag. What you want to do here is you want to place one hand on the ground, your top hand grabbing on top of the bar, but keeping one foot on the ground as you raise one leg up to halfway and try and hold it there, squeezing through your obliques to start to get a feel for the movement and the position that you'll be in when you're performing the human flag. This next progression is the elbow flag, which is pretty hella impressive by itself. It received a lot of attention after Zac Efron pulled it off on the Graham Norton show wearing a suit. This move is great for getting a feel for the horizontal position you'll need to keep your body in the final product. As well, you can see the work through the lats, obliques, squeezing to keep those legs up nice and high, and you can start to get a feel for the push that you'll need to provide by the bottom hand and the pull that comes from your elbows in this exercise, hence the name elbow flag. Okay, we've done a lot of work on the squeeze through our obliques. Now we want to start to focus on those other two components. Let's start with our pull. What you want to do here is try and work on some wide grip pull-ups. The reason why we're doing wide grip is because when our hands are in our human flag position, they're stretched out quite wide. Using wide grip pull-ups will work in lower parts of your lats, which might not be as strong if you've just been used to regular pull-ups in the past. Make sure to try and squeeze at the top of this exercise to try and really engage those lats, because when you're performing human flag, it's all about that squeeze motion. Try 3 sets of max reps, squeezing each time, and when you can start to do 6 in a row and start to feel a little bit comfortable with it, then you can attempt to try and pull up to one side, which is going to isolate a single lat and make even more force generated. Onto the push motion. Now we're looking at our handstands. Handstands are a great exercise for finding the balance and also the push through that bottom arm when you're doing the human flag. You're almost holding most of your body weight up with that bottom arm when you're doing a human flag, so handstands will be great for working on the strength through your shoulders to support that. Try and go against the wall, as we're not working on balance as such, we're more working on the strength through our shoulders if you need to. And start with normal handstands, trying 3 sets, max hold time, and when you do feel strong and start to feel comfortable in that position, you can try and lean your body weight and your legs over to one side and see if you can lift one hand off the ground. So just pushing down with that one arm. It's going to be a little bit tricky, a little bit challenging. You're going to really feel it through your shoulder quite quick. It's okay if you need to bail, just have your legs fall down to the side. Don't overlook this step because it's crucial for building that strength in your shoulders for the push action, which is by far the hardest component out of all 3 during the human flag. Hence why it's a little bit later in our progression video. Technical pointers. As I prepare for any flag variation, I roll my shoulders back, which is going to open up my chest and work on my posture in the position. As you grip the bar, you want your bottom hand to have your fingers pointing down and your top hand to be in a normal pull-up position, trying to keep your head nice and close just in front of the bar. Now you're good to go. We start our progressions with tuck flags. So here we want to jump up into our tuck position, quickly squeeze through our obliques, push the bottom arm out and pull with the top arm, trying to hold in that tuck position for as long as you can before coming back down and relaxing. Make sure you're always training both sides when you're doing your flag progressions, as you don't want to have an imbalance and muscle disproportion. When you can jump up and hold these tucks for a couple seconds, it's time to move on. Now we're going to start looking at our negatives. So here we want to jump up into a tuck position, except instead of going to halfway, we're going to raise our hips a little bit higher before pushing your legs out to straight and then trying to hold it as much as you can as they slowly fall back down to the ground. Our last progression is flag toe taps. Here we're going to try and come up into the full flag extension, tap your toes together and try and pause them just for a second at that middle position, holding it nice and tight before coming back down. We can start to these ones for reps, trying to go 3 sets of 4 to 6 reps to start to see results. When you've done your toe taps, you start to feel a little bit more comfortable with it. You can start to feel yourself hold your legs up for a little bit. Now we're ready to go. We're going to go out there, give it your best crack, really work on that push from the bottom arm, that pull nice and tight from the top, and that squeeze through your laps to try and keep your legs up for as long as possible. That's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Playground Ninja out!